years we laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm at Sabia, Indian, again, I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's a little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, Kahawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, sophomores,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Well, the first hurdle is in the rearview mirror, marked as mission accomplished. The next hurdle is a battle with a familiar foe, a battle that represents the next step in a journey. 1 win, already in, 6 more wins to get your hands on a trophy not touched in this baseball crazy town in over 50 years. The calendar has truly flipped to March. Let the madness ensue. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School, where tonight it's the site of the Class 4A Collinsville Regional Championship game between your Collinsville Kahawks, ranked number 9 in the state, and the Alton Redbirds. I am Todd Duke, and welcome into tonight's game, and welcome into tonight's pregame show, brought to you by Cullip Jennings Florist. Cullip Jennings Florist is a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. You can stop in for weekly specials. Right now, a Get Back to Spring special mix on sale for $25. That includes the vase. If you would like more information on that weekly special or anything that Cullip Jennings has to offer, give them a call at 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com. Collinsville comes into this game with an overall record of 27-5. They'll be taking on the Alton Redbirds for the 3rd time this year, as Alton comes in with a record of 21-9. Collinsville scoring an average of 65.5 points per game this year, while Alton comes in almost 10 points less than that at 56.8. On the defensive side of things, Collinsville has a slight edge, giving up 47 points per game, while Alton is giving up 49.5. Collinsville, of course, coached by Darren Lee. He is in his 10th year, 167 wins as a Kahawk head coach to go along with 135 losses. He has 1 regional championship under his belt. That happened back 4 years ago, the 14-15 season. That was his best season up to this or up to that point, he was 20-13 that year, but he's eclipsed that with that 27-5 mark this year. Eric Smith is the 7th-year head coach at Alton. He has a record of 131-74, two-time regional championships in the 14-15 season when they went 27-5, and that is the best mark for Eric Smith as the head man at Alton. They also won a regional championship back in the 15-16 season too, and they did that as a 16-11 team. Had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Darren Lee. We talked about some things way back in the past and some things in the not-so-distant past. We'll talk about all those things and more as the Cullup Jennings Florist pregame show continues right here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullup Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullup Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullup Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullup Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullup Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, CullupJennings.com.
And we welcome you back into the Cullup Jennings Florist pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network, where we get you set for regional championship action tonight between Collinsville and Alton. Class 4A boys regional championship on the line. As Coach Darren Lee joins us now with your Kahawks, we're going to go take another trip back in the past there, Coach. We talked about your senior year at McLeansboro Tuesday night. Let's go just a couple more years ahead, about 7 to be exact. You took over as your first coaching job for Vienna. You were there for 2 years, got a modest 39-15 record out of the deal. Looking back on that, how does that get you ready for something like this? Or do you look back at that coach now and don't even recognize that coach?
No, we did a lot of things there. Vienna, they hadn't had a win record in a long time. I think they won 6 the year before I got there. And, we did some things, played a lot of man-to-man defense, which most schools in that area weren't doing at the time. And we got that going. We were in the regional finals that first year against Massac County, and they beat us. Actually, Massac County beat us both years. We did knock off Massac for the first time. Vienna had beaten them in like 20 years my second year there. So we did some good things and got some excitement going there. And after 2 years, and then the Nashville job came open, and I was fortunate enough to get that at a pretty young age.
Talk about that Nashville job for a minute. 91-92, you were hired there. Took you 5 seasons. You made it all the way down to the state tournament. Talk about how you felt then, and I know that wasn't your first trip with Nashville, but that was your very first one as a coach. Talk about what that was like.
Well, that was quite an experience. I mean, that year I think we were a 3 seed in the regional. We had a very tough regional. Breeze Central beats Mater Dei, Oakville. I think we were a 3 seed, and we upset, knocked off Oakville in overtime, and then come back and beat Breeze Central in the championship by 1 at Carlisle. Then we had the sectional at our place, and then we beat Sesser. We got on a roll. Went to the super sectional, beat a good Harrisburg team, and got the state tournament. And created a lot of excitement. First time Nashville had been in 18 years. Got up there and just had an 8-10 point lead and kind of got beat right at the buzzer. And that was a tough loss against Spring Valley Hall, But it was just an incredible run with a bunch of sophomores that year that we were able to make, and we had 3 great years with those kids.
Talk about this team that you have now. I know there were early in this run toward the state championship, just in the regional championship game, but do you see any similarities between this group and maybe some of the groups you had back then?
Well, it's just such a tougher level with the athletes and the size of school. Like years ago, if we were a top seed, the first round game of the regional was a gimme. It was basically a bye. Well, at 4A, Tuesday night was not a bye. We had to battle to beat Edwardsville, obviously. So even though we did the top seed, so that's tougher. But these guys, similar to when I had 20 years ago, these guys played at young ages. We had 3 of these guys played as freshmen and got a lot of experience, and so now. This is a lot of these guys' 3rd year playing varsity basketball, so now it's time to show us what they got, and this will be the biggest game of their career without a doubt.
Talk about the Edwardsville game. It looked like everything that everybody thought it was going to be. You come off of an East St. Louis game where it's back and forth, nonstop offense, and then you get into this thing where it's just a nice, slow, steady pace that you knew Edwardsville was going to do that, and that's hats off to your guys for staying with the patience part of your game.
We practiced it. We practiced all that stuff to stay disciplined, not give them what they want, which is us to do something stupid and get out of position and give them a layup, and we didn't do that. And then after a while, it's hard to keep passing that ball when they threw it away a few times, and we got some steals, got a little cushion, and then we steadily put them away, and that's kind of how we wanted to do it. We did try to diamond press them, but one thing about this time of year, teams have played 30 games, it becomes harder to press teams. These kids have seen everything, and they get better at breaking presses as the season goes along. So we just couldn't get them pressed in the first quarter. We tried, but we really did a nice job. We wanted to have 5 turnovers or less, and we had 5, and that's pretty good.
All right, so you have Alton tonight, a team that you guys had a couple of real good games against each other this year, winning both home teams did. So how do you see this going tonight?
Well, I'd like to hope to see a victory for the Kahoks, but I don't know. It's going to be a battle. They're so streaky shooting the basketball, and everybody on the floor a lot of times is a 3-point shooter. So that even whoever our big guys are guarding, and they really shoot it well. Hopefully we can establish some post play like we did the last game, and we got to keep Donovan Clay from having a big game, and that's going to be a tall order. He's a really good player.
How much does playing on your home floor help?
Well, it certainly doesn't hurt. I think it helps a lot. But I'll know a lot more after. I'll have a lot better gauge on that after the game's over. But I'm hoping it's better than playing at Alton or away. I think you've got to. We've played awfully well here. I guess we did lose 2 here, but we've lost 2 to some really, really good teams. So this is it's the biggest game we've had in a long time. Since 15. So. They're ready to play, but Alton will be ready too. So it should be an entertaining game for the fans, not so much for the coaches. But I'm just hoping we can get ahead of them and hang on for a victory and move on to Tuesday night.
Well, you got on the purple blazer. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks a lot.
That is Coach Darren Lee of your Collinsville Kahoks. We'll take a break here on the Kahok Sports Network and on the Collinsville Jennings Flores pregame show. Back with more after this on the Kahok Sports Network.
Collinsville Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Collinsville Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Collinsville Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Collinsville Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Collinsville Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, collinsvillejennings.com.
And once again, welcome back into a very nice-sized crowd here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. I am Todd Duke, Zach Roseman along tonight on camera as we are just about ready for this 4A regional championship tilt between Collinsville and Alton. Let's look at some more numbers. How about some history for you? Did you know 17 years ago, this very night, that's right, March the 1st, 2002, right here in this very gym, these two teams met for a regional championship. That's right, 56-51, Collinsville won that game in overtime, and this after Collinsville was trailing by about 20 points heading into the fourth quarter. Big comeback that night as Collinsville beat Alton 17 years ago tonight right here in this very gym for a regional championship crown. They ended up winning the first sectional game, by the way, right after that, 54-47 against Granite City, before they ended up losing the sectional championship game to East St. Louis 60-50. That year, Collinsville won the Holiday Classic. They also won the Maryville Coca-Cola tournament. So that was a very good year for the Kahawks, and we hope that they can kind of repeat that history here tonight. We will take our final break here on the Collinsville Jennings Florist pregame show, and when we come back, we will have the starting 5 for each side and then the opening tip-off. It's Collinsville versus Alton, regional championship on the line, and it comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Collinsville Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Collinsville Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, and accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs, sauces, and they donate 25 cents of each unit sold to first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
I'm a hot babe out jogging. I'm out making sure this stays a 10 when you drive by. You're checking out my awesome headband when... Oops. That's when you find out your cut rate insurance, it ain't paying for this. So get Allstate. Save cash and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands? Call me, Mike Cluck with Allstate, for a quote today.
Hi, I'm Colton Pareko. I want to thank the team at RE/MAX Alliance for helping me find my first home. It couldn't have been any easier. If you're in the game for a new home, contact my friends at RE/MAX Alliance.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com.
And once again, welcome back into a very loud and rambunctious Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke, Zach Roseman on the camera tonight. Here are your starting lineups. We'll begin with the Alton Redbirds. They will start off with Maury Woods, a 6'4" junior, Andrew Jones, a 5'10" junior, Donovan Clay, a 6'7" senior, Josh Rivers, a 6'5" senior, and Malik Smith, a 6'3" senior. Donovan Clay, as you remember, was the one who stuck the dagger in the heart in that game back on the 14th of December at Alton, in which Alton won 59-57 on a last-second put-in in a tied game, 57-all with 4 seconds left. Clay collects the inbound pass underneath the basket in midair, sends it through the hoop. Game over. Collinsville suffered their second loss of the year in that contest. Collinsville, they will bring out Kawan Smith, the 5'9" junior, Rayshawn Taylor, the 6'1" junior, Marshall Harrison, the 6'3" senior, Kadrian Jones, the 6'6" junior, and Laurent Geladini, the 6'2" junior. Collinsville got revenge on that December loss right here on this floor back on February the 8th. Collinsville won 75-61. It was a close game throughout until Collinsville put up a 29-18 fourth quarter advantage to pull that game away and come out victorious. So this series even at 1 game apiece in the regular season, and here we are where it means just a little bit more. A chance to move on to semifinal play in the sectional round Tuesday night at Edwardsville, and that game will be against the winner of the other regional in Class 4A tonight, going on at Belleville West High School, where the host Maroons are taking on Glenwood High School out of Chatham. Winner of that contest and the winner of this contest will meet Tuesday night in Edwardsville. Donovan Clay, the 6'7 senior, out at midcourt for Alton against the 6'6 junior for Collinsville, Kadrian Jones. Alton is the road team. They're dressed in the red uniforms. Numbers are in gold on the backs of their jerseys. Kahoks are the team in white. Their numbers are in purple. The word Kahoks written across the fronts of their jerseys. Alton, they win the tip-off as they have the word Alton written across the fronts of their jerseys, and we are underway. Here is Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones brings the ball up court for Alton. He cuts through the lane, then kicks it off in the corner. Here's a three-point shot right off the bat, and it's an air ball. That falls right down into the hands of Kadrian Jones. Here is Rayshawn Taylor for Collinsville, and he gets tripped up. And the first offensive push for Collinsville will end in an Alton foul. This one is going to go against Donovan Clay. That'll be his first, team first. Just 22 seconds into this contest. Non-shooting foul. So Collinsville will inbound the ball from underneath of their own basket. Here is Kawan Smith. They call him Skeet. The 5'9 junior inbounds to Marshall Harrison, cuts through the lane, and he puts up an air ball. Each team with an air ball and each team with a turnover. So now Alton gets their chance to put the ball back in the hoop first. Here is Rivers, and a foul coming up as Rivers was slicing right through the middle of the lane. This one is going to go against Rayshawn Taylor, the 6'1 junior who led all of the St. Louis metro area in scoring this year. 696 points on the year for the Collinsville junior. We do not need him in foul trouble early in this game. Here's a shot from the free throw line, a little bit off to the left for Malik Smith. And the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahoks bring it up. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor will take it up the right side. 7:10 left to play here in this opening quarter. To Kadrian Jones, out to Geladini. Geladini on the wing, gives it to Taylor for three, and he's a little too long on that one. And the rebound belongs to Alton. No score after 1 minute, 5 seconds of play. Here are the Redbirds, and this is Maury Woods. Woods drops the ball and falls down along with it, but kept that ball dribbling to save face and save a turnover. Here at the top of the key, Donovan Clay tries to spin inside the lane, lost the ball. Collinsville finds the loose rock, and the Kahoks bring it back up. Marshall Harrison will give it up to Kawan Smith. Smith in the left side corner, dribbles through the lane, underhand, and good. A little roll off of the fingertips on the other hand shot by Kawan Smith, and Collinsville breaks the scoreless tie. 90 seconds into this game. Here's a rebound effort by Alton, no good. Put back is going to be a foul. And Collinsville will commit their second foul of this game. Oh, don't tell me this one's going to belong to Rayshawn also. Coach Lee is livid over there in his purple blazer. And it will be. Second foul against Rayshawn Taylor. That is not a good sign, folks. Collinsville is going to have to call a timeout and possibly take Rayshawn out of this game for a while. Let's thank Metro East Roofing and Guttering. They're locally owned and operated since 1987 by brothers and Kahok alums Tony and Corey Jones. Metro East Roofing and Guttering can help with your roofing and guttering and siding needs. They're located at 1231 Lebanon Road in Collinsville. Metro East Roofing and Guttering is the hometown company you know and trust. Give them a call at 345-5679 today for your free estimate. Visit their Facebook page at Metro East Roofing and Guttering. Coach Lee is not a very happy coach right now. This is not the way he wanted this game to start. His star player, Rayshawn Taylor, in foul trouble. 1 minute and 45 seconds into this game. But Rayshawn stays out there. To the free throw line, it will be Josh Rivers. Rivers on the year, 57.1% free throw shooter. And they're going to change the foul now to Kadrian Jones instead of Rayshawn Taylor. So I don't know what happened there, but one of the referees is over talking to Eric Smith, the Alton Redbirds head coach, about the change, and it could be just a matter of I got the number wrong. Meanwhile, at the free throw line, Rivers hits the first one, and his team is now on the board, 2-1. Who would have thought a minute 45 seconds into this game we would have a lower score than we did in the Edwardsville game last week at this point. Rivers misses but gets his own rebound, puts a shot back up, no good. And this time the rebound is also won by Alton after a mad scramble. Another air ball on a three-point shot by Donovan Clay falls into the hands of the Kahawks. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. He drives and then ends up with the ball out of bounds. So each team now with 2 turnovers. Alton's 2 have come on air balls on three-point shots by Donovan Clay. 5:50 left to play here in this opening quarter. 2-1 in favor of Collinsville. Here are the Redbirds. Here is Malik Smith. Smith back at center court. Will bounce the ball into Woods, who will hand it off to Clay. Clay will come around onto the right wing. Picks up his dribble and then hands the ball off to Malik Smith. Smith at the top of the key will hand it to Woods, who will try for 3, and there is your first three-point shot of the night. It belongs to Maury Woods, the 6'4 junior for Alton, and the Redbirds have a 4-2 lead with 5:20 left to play here in this first quarter. There is Kawan Smith for the Kahawks. Bounces a pass just outside the lane. Harrison takes it, and he gets a little fingertip roll to fall for him. We're tied at 4. Both of Collinsville's points have come close to the basket with fingertip rolls. Here is another three-point try by Alton, and that hits nothing but net for Malik Smith. 7-4 in favor of Alton. Rayshawn Taylor brings the ball back down and will hand it off in the backcourt to Smith, who gives to Geladini. Geladini has the ball poked out of his hands, but gets it back. Now Marshall Harrison from Taylor. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Nice job on the inbound to keep it alive. Kedrian Jones to Smith. Geladini, free throw line, good. Alton brings the ball back up quickly. Here is Andrew Jones, handed off to Woods. Woods, he'll glide and pick up his 5th point on a little right-hand hook shot just outside of the basket. 9-6, Redbirds with a 3-point lead. 4:15 left to play here in this first quarter. Kedrian Jones just outside the paint, gives to Kawan Smith. Smith from the top of the key will hand it off on the left wing for Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor back to Smith inside. Kedrian Jones, reverse layup, won't fall. Rebound belongs to Alton. Redbirds bring it back up with a head of steam. Smith, oh! With a little give and go alley-oop to Donovan Clay. And it's a 5-point lead for Alton. Here is Kawan Smith for Collinsville. Bounces a pass. Geladini gets it in front of the Alton bench. Back to Smith. He drives, he shoots, he scores, and he'll go to the line for a bonus. Second foul coming up on Alton. This one is going to go against Andrew Jones. That'll be his first. Each team now with 2. Geladini to the bench. Zane Baker, the senior, will check in for Collinsville, and the Kahawks will also swap out their 6'6" juniors. Out goes Kedrian Jones, in comes Aaron Moulton. At the free throw line, Kawan Smith. 57.8% from the charity stripe this year for Smith. One and only shot, good. Kawan Smith now with 5 points. Collinsville trails just by 2, 11-9. 3.5 minutes left to play here in this opening quarter. Here are the Alton Redbirds. On the wing, Woods will hand it off to Donovan Clay. He'll kind of lean in backwards, and he'll get the basket to fall. Here's Rayshawn Taylor. Kawan Smith for the Kahawks. Right at the end of the Alton bench in front of Eric Smith. Now to Marshall Harrison. Harrison into the corner for Smith. Skeet brings it out. Cuts through the lane. Bounces a pass to Marshall Harrison, but Harrison never got it. Malik Smith did instead. Alton brings the ball up. At the top of the key, Jones for 3. He'll hit it. That turnover hurt the Collinsville Kahawks right there. 16-9. Back to a 5-point lead for Alton. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith, sideline, gives to Zane Baker. Baker, back out to the top of the key for Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor gives it back over to Marshall Harrison. Harrison back to Taylor. Outside the lane, Moulton bowls over number 22, Iziel Terrell. And Terrell will get called for the blocking foul. That was a shooting foul, so Aaron Moulton to the free throw line. 65.1% from there this year. He'll be up there shooting 2, and he misses the first one. Gotta hit these freebies, folks. Next one for Moulton coming up. He hits the second one. Here are the Redbirds and Donovan Clay, the 6'7" senior. On the wing, no room to move. He'll dump it off to Smith at the top of the key. He'll pull it back out, take a three-point shot. It's off to the right. And the rebound belongs to Rayshawn Taylor, and the Kahok Jr. brings it up across the timeline. He'll hand it off to Zane Baker, across the way to Kawan Smith, now to Marshall Harrison. Harrison dribbles, drives just in front of the free throw line. Hits the shot for 2 points. Collinsville climbs back to within 4. Under 2 minutes to go. From the corner, Alton for 3 again. No good, a little too far. Rebound, still no good. And the second rebound, it ends up into the hands of Rayshawn Taylor, and Collinsville will bring it back up. Here's Taylor for 3. That one's a little bit too far, and the rebound comes out the other side, and the Redbirds end up with it. Here's Andrew Jones. He'll take it all the way into the paint himself and then back it back out with a pass over onto the wing for Smith. Smith dribbles and drives into the perimeter, kicks it back out for Clay. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound belongs to Aaron Moulton, and the Kahawks work the ball back up court. 1:20 left to play here in this first quarter. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor moves it across the timeline, comes up over on the right side, gives to Aaron Moulton. Moulton in front of the Alton bench, gives it up to Zane Baker. Baker on the right wing, gives it up into the right side for Rayshawn, who gives to Moulton. Moulton out. Smith comes into the paint, takes the shot, has it partially blocked, and it falls down into the hands of Malik Smith. Smith gives it up, and a shot, no good. Rebound belongs to Zane Baker. Kahawks bring it up, under a minute to go. Here is Marshall Harrison, pulls up on the left wing and gives it up to Zane Baker, who will launch a 3. No good, hits the inside of the rim. Rebound belongs to Alton. Here is Malik Smith into the paint, takes the shot, no good, and a blocking foul coming up against Zane Baker. Back and forth action. 38 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. 4-point lead for Alton and a chance to add more to it for Malik Smith. Smith, 73.5% from the free throw line this year. He's up shooting 2. No good. It rattled but wouldn't fall in. Charles Miller checks into the game for Alton. Back at the free throw line, Malik Smith. And that one is good. 5-point lead once again for Alton. Here comes Kawan Smith. 30 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Kawan will chew up a little time. All right, back at the purple Kahawk Indian head. Encased by the big purple C that stands for Collinsville. Here is Smith. He'll hand the ball off to Rayshawn Taylor. 10 seconds left. Rayshawn making his move. Kicks it out. Zane Baker. Baseline. Shot. No good. Rebound. Knocked out of the hands of Aaron Moulton, and then the buzzer sounds, and that is the way the first quarter comes to a close, with your Collinsville Kahawks trailing the Alton Redbirds by 5 points, 17-12. And we're back with quarter number 2 in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Todd Duke and Zach Roseman back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. After 1 quarter of play, Alton has the 5-point lead, 17-12. These two teams had some tight quarters over the way. In the 2 combined games, Collinsville outscored Alton 32-28 in the first quarter and then 28-27 in the second quarter. Each team scored 31 in the third, but Collinsville has a bigger advantage in the fourth, outscoring Alton 41-34 in the 2 combined games. So nothing unusual here. Collinsville gets the ball first. We're underway in quarter number 2, 17-12. Kahawks trail by 5. Here is Kawan Smith for Collinsville. Hand the ball off to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor dumps it in the corner for Baker. Baker back to Taylor on the left wing. Taylor back toward midcourt. Give it up to Kawan Smith. Over to Marshall Harrison in front of the Alton bench. Now into the right-hand corner for Kawan Smith. He'll dribble it right through the free throw line and gives to Zane Baker. Baker bluffs the 3 and then gives it up for Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor, underhand pass over on the right wing for Harrison to Skeet. And it rattles but will not fall, just inside the perimeter for 2. Rebound belongs to the Alton Redbirds. Here comes Donovan Clay. Clay cuts through the lane, takes the shot, and that one takes a minute, but it falls in. 7-point lead now for Alton. That's their biggest lead of this game so far. Here's Kawan Smith for Collinsville. Smith takes it to the top of the key and over toward the left wing. Reverses direction, kicks it outside. Zane Baker for 3. Rolls, won't fall, and then a foul coming up. This one looks like it's going to go against Alton, and it's going to go against Charles Miller. Miller just kind of kept going backwards into the Collinsville player until both of them fell down. So 4th foul for Alton, first one for Miller. Collinsville keeps the ball. Rayshawn inbounds to Kadrian Jones, gives to Smith, and to Marshall Harrison. Almost lost the handle on that one. Now he does lose the handle on it. And that's the 5th turnover for Collinsville. That matches the 5 they had in their last playoff game. And there's another turnover for Alton as Charles Miller was laying out of bounds when that ball made it into his midsection. So back-to-back turnovers. Collinsville still trailing by 7. 6:35 left to play here in this first half. Here's Kawan Smith for the Kahawks. Takes it in from the right wing and gets it to drop. And he gets fouled along the way as well. That was an easy lane to the basket. So I don't understand the foul. He didn't get touched until he was in midair. That foul belongs to Andrew Jones, and that's his 2nd, team 5th. Kawan Smith back at the free throw line, 1 for 1 from there in the first quarter. Geladini back into the game. Here is Smith. He hits that point as well. So Smith 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and Collinsville back to within 4. Here's Donovan Clay for the Redbirds. Clay, underhand pass, and it ends up into the hands of Rivers. That is Kylon Rivers. Clay backs all the way up to midcourt. Fires a pass over on the wing to Rivers. Rivers cuts through the lane and kicks it back outside. Big, long 3-point shot. That one rolls across the rim from Malik Smith. And Laurent Geladini pulls down the rebound for Collinsville. Here comes Rayshawn Taylor. 5:50 left to play here in this first half. Taylor hands the ball off and then gets the ball right back from Zane Baker. Taylor comes out of the left corner at the top of the key. Still dribbling, gives it up to Kawan Smith. And Smith over on the right wing reverses direction. Gives it to Baker. Baker on the left wing, back to the top of the key for Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor has Clay all over him, gives to Kawan Smith. Underneath, Kadrian Jones all alone, off the glass, counted for 2. First 2 points for the big guy. We're going to need more from him in the paint if Collinsville wants a chance at this. Kahawks down now by just 2. 19-17 with 5:10 left to go here in this first half. Here is Miller. Miller gives the ball up, gets it right back, drives from the free throw line, pulls up, takes the shot, no good. Rebound belongs to Clay. It falls down as he falls down, and then Collinsville ends up with it. Kahawks bring the ball up with a chance to tie or take the lead. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. He'll drive into the lane, kick it into the corner. Zane Baker kicks it out front for Geladini. Geladini uses those long arms to get out of some trouble and then gives to Smith over on the left wing. Smith directs traffic with 4:40 to play. here in this first half. Geladini to Smith to Taylor. Taylor off the high glass, good for 2, we're tied. Believe it or not, Rayshon Taylor's first points in this game. 19-19 is our score. Here is Rivers. He'll give it up to Miller, who will give it up at the top of the key. Rivers for 3, good for Josh Rivers. 3-point lead back for Alton. Here comes Kawan Smith. Smith will hand it off to Geladini. Geladini on the left wing, gives to Baker at the free throw line. Baker gives it up to Rayshon Taylor. 4 minutes to go in this second quarter. We're halfway through it. Here is Rayshon Taylor. Taylor gives it up to Geladini. Geladini back to Taylor at the end of the Alton bench with Coach Eric Smith standing right behind him. Taylor makes his move, pulls back, takes a 3. Oh, thought that one was there. Just a little bit long. Rebound belongs to the Alton Redbirds. They bring it back up, almost lose it. Over on the far side wing in front of the Collinsville bench. That's Donovan Clay. Clay directs traffic, gives it up to Josh Rivers. Back to Clay, almost got a hand on it, did Zane Baker. Here is Clay, kicks it back out to Rivers. Rivers cuts through, underhand pass, and it ends up with the other Rivers. He gets his own rebound, does Kylon, and then a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of Alton, so the Redbirds will get to keep it. 3:17 left to play here in this first half. Marshall Harrison will check back into the game. He'll take the place of Zane Baker. Iziel Terrell will check into the game for Alton, and he'll take the place of Josh Rivers. 22-19. Alton with the lead. Inbound pass comes into Rivers, who will hand it off to Donovan Clay. Clay from the right wing into the paint, takes the shot. It rolls around a couple of times before it finally drops in for Clay. And now back to a 5-point lead here for Alton, just when Collinsville got this thing tied up. Kawan Smith zigzags around a couple of defenders and then settles in over on left wing. Takes it from there to the top of the key. No room to penetrate, so he brings it back out. Smith, now he finds some room. Free throw line, bounces it to Kedrian Jones. Jones turns around, takes a shot. He takes Iziel Terrell down with him. No call on the play, and Collinsville gets it back to within 3. Here's Donovan Clay on the right wing once again. Penetrates and travels. Had that foot slip right when he was trying to stop. And that's the 5th turnover for Alton. Now each team with 5. 2.5 minutes left to go here in this first half. Josh Rivers will come back into the game. He'll take the place of Iziel Terrell as Kawan Smith inbounds to Geladini, and Geladini gives it right back. Smith brings it up across the timeline, being watched by Andrew Jones. Smith dribbles his way down to the baseline, gets it right back on a nice little give and go by him and Harrison, but Harrison gets it right back. Now he's in front of the Alton bench trying to drive baseline, and a shot but a whistle. While that ball was in midair, we're going to have another foul coming up. This one is going to go against Maury Woods for Alton. That'll be his first, team 6th. So the next foul by the Redbirds will put the Kahawks, at the line for a 1 and bonus. Right now, it's Marshall Harrison at the free throw line. 56.5% shooter on the year. First shot, no good. .210 left to play here in this first half. This is a packed gymnasium, folks. Harrison lets go the shot, but there was a lane violation by Rivers, and they're going to let Marshall shoot that last one again. Marshall makes the best of it and hits the second one. Collinsville back to within 2. 2:05 left to play here in this first half. And bringing the ball up for the Alton Redbirds, the 6'3 senior Malik Smith. He'll give it up to Josh Rivers. Rivers, oh, that was a nice move by Maury Woods. Ended up cutting through the lane all alone. And now the Kahawks having a hard time getting it out of the defensive side, but they finally do. And now Collinsville trailing by 4 with 1:40 left to play here in this first half. Here is Kawan Smith deep inside the right corner. He'll launch it from there. It rolls across the rim, and Maury Woods is there with the rebound for Alton. He'll get it up to Donovan Clay. Clay cuts it through the lane, right through the free throw line, and gives it up to Rivers. Rivers to Woods. Woods throws up the reverse layup, but it was already whistled dead. We're going to have a foul handed out to Kedrian Jones for Collinsville. That is just their 4th. It's the second one for Kedrian, though. 1:28 left to play here in this first half. Inbound pass coming in underneath of the Alton basket. Comes all the way out toward midcourt for Donovan Clay. Clay drives. Off balance shot, no good, but a foul is. This one's going to go against Marshall Harrison. Nope, they're going to call it against Kawan Smith. That'll be his first. Team's 5th. Donovan Clay at the free throw line for the first time tonight. 69.3% from there this year. Good on the first one. Collinsville down by 5 once again. Largest lead by Alton has been 7. Clay trying to make it 6, and he does. 28-22. 80 seconds left to go here in this first half, and here comes Kawan Smith for Collinsville. Over to Aaron Moten. Moten gives it up. Marshall Harrison back to Skeet. Smith hands the ball off to Marshall Harrison. He'll launch a three-point shot. Collinsville hasn't had a three-point shot hit all night, and every time they've missed, Alton has gotten the rebound. Here is Malik Smith. Stops by and talks to Coach Eric Smith on his way up court. With 50 seconds left to play here in this first half. Alton with a chance to take their biggest lead. There is Clay for 3 right in front of the Kahok bench. Collinsville now trails by 9. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor drives to the basket. Baseline shot, no good. Foul coming up against Clay. That'll be his second. Team 7th. And Rayshawn is limping a little bit. He's at the free throw line trying to shake it off. Trying to massage some feeling back into that right knee. Rayshawn, his first trip to the line tonight, 71% free throw shooter, and he hits the first one. Charles Miller and Kylon Rivers check back into the game for Alton. Rayshawn at the free throw line, ready for shot number 2. And that one's no good, and no one wearing purple and white went toward the basket to follow the shot. Rebound belongs to Alton. And a 5-second violation will give the ball right back to Collinsville. 22.2 seconds left. 6th turnover for the Redbirds. Inbound pass into the backcourt for Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor. He'll bring the ball up across the timeline. 15 seconds left to play here in this first half. Taylor all the way over to the sideline, then back toward the middle. 5 seconds left. He moves, free throw line shot, and it falls in. And at the buzzer, Alton, not enough time to do anything with it. And the Alton Redbirds will head to their locker room with a 6-point lead. 31-25 after 1 half of play. Time for the halftime show, brought to you by Cafe Agape in Collinsville. Nachos, burgers, too many sides to list, and a host of other wonderful menu items to choose from. Cafe Agape also offers catering service as well as delivery of some of the best homemade food in the area. You can call Cafe Agape today, 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Collinsville Kahok head softball coach Brett Swip is going to join us at halftime. Plus, we'll have all the usual scores we can find for you, as well as a recap of the first half of this game. All that and more coming up on the Cafe Agape halftime show next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the to-go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, business, sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through that process step by step. They pride themselves in being a local Collinsville business, and they specialize in helping their clients promote and grow that business, all with custom apparel. All Pro Tees, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or call 344-2200. Pack Mail, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail, 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, weshipstlouis.com or call 346-4884. First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the to-go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
And we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network, where at halftime, our score is 31-25 in favor of the Alton Redbirds. No Coach Swip. They have pulled him into kind of a security guard duty. He's got a radio down on the floor making sure that no one comes out, so we apologize if we fed you some false information. At any rate, here's what we have for you at halftime. We'll look at the scoreboard around the area. Right now, Class 3A Regional Championship game. East St. Louis at halftime leading Mater Dei 36-21. Nashville leading at halftime against Marquette 15-7. That is a 2A sectional showdown. Highland leading Salem right now 30-19 at halftime in another 2A sectional showdown. The one we are keeping an eye on, Belleville West at Belleville West. They're at halftime as well. And the Maroons right now have a 6-point lead over Glenwood, 28-22. And at halftime, Muscuda has a 6-point lead also, 26-20 advantage over Carbondale. Let's take a look at the numbers in this game. Alton led 17-12 after 1 quarter of play. They stretched that 5-point lead into a 6-point lead after outscoring Collinsville 14-13 in that second quarter. Leading scorer in this one, and the only one in double digits thus far, is Donovan Clay. He has 13 points. Maury Woods has chipped in 7 for Alton. And then you have Josh Rivers and Malik Smith, each with 4, and Andrew Jones with 3. Leading scorer for Collinsville is Kawan Smith. He has 8 points, while Rayshawn Taylor and Marshall Harrison each have 5. Kadrian Jones has 4. Laurent Geladini with 2, and Aaron Moulton with 1. Alton out-rebounding the Kahawks after 1 half of play, 13-8. Redbirds have committed 6 turnovers, while Collinsville has committed 5. And from the lines, Collinsville has hit 5 of 8 free throws, while Alton has hit 4 of 6. 3-point line right now killing Collinsville because Alton has hit 5 of 11, while Collinsville has hit 0 out of their 6 tries. So right now that remains a big difference in the game, a 6-point advantage helped out by 5 3-point shots. That is a look at our Cafe Agape halftime show. We'll take our final break, and when we come back, we'll have third quarter action for you between Collinsville and Alton. Class 4A regional championship on the line. Second half action coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
Once again, we welcome you back into the broadcast balcony here at Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke alongside Zach Roseman, manning the camera and the scoreboard here tonight. Zach has been helping us out all year long, and we certainly do appreciate that. Zach is finishing up his junior year this year at Collinsville High School. So I'm sure we'll have him helping us out next year as well as a senior, although he's not going to help us out much in the spring. He has softball responsibilities to take care of. And every once in a while, we'll get him up in the booth over at Kahok Stadium to help out with some girls soccer. We're just about ready here. Second half action. We switch ends of the court. Collinsville will be shooting at the basket farthest away from this location, and Collinsville will have the ball first. Aaron Moulton gets ready to do the inbound honors. To Rayshawn Taylor in the backcourt. Second half is underway. Collinsville needs to erase a 6-point deficit if they want to move on to Tuesday night's game. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor will give it up to Smith. Now back to Taylor. Taylor drives in and gives it to Kadrian Jones. Turnaround jump shot good. And Collinsville gets the first bucket here in this second half. Kahawks back to within 4. We're just underway. Quarter number 3. Here is Malik Smith. Fires a one-arm slingshot pass over into the corner for Maury Woods. Woods in front of his own bench gives it up to Josh Rivers at the free throw line. Rivers back over to Donovan Clay, right in front of his coach Eric Smith. Gives it back up now to Andrew Jones. Jones being shadowed by Rayshawn Taylor and dumps it off underneath, and it's kicked back out to Woods. Woods in the perimeter, dumps it back outside now to Smith. Smith over to Jones. Jones dribbles and drives, and now back here into the corner, now on the wing. Free throw line, Josh Rivers. Alton just looking like they are content with having a 4-point lead and would just as soon waste more time on the clock and take that 4-point lead into Tuesday night's game in Edwardsville. But Collinsville won't let that happen. Here's Andrew Jones for 3, a little bit too far. Rebound, however, belongs to Rivers, and his putback effort is good. A lot of work and a lot of time down here by Alton to get those 2 points. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith gives it to Rayshawn Taylor in front of his bench. Coach Lee standing up in his purple blazer. Now Kawan Smith with it. Top of the key for Rayshawn Taylor. Here is Smith. Over to Taylor on the right wing. Back to the top of the key. Back to Taylor. He'll launch a 3-point shot. Good! Now that's what we need. First 3-point shot made of the night for Collinsville. Gets the Kahawks back to within 3. Here's Donovan Clay. Clay over on the far side now for Smith. Smith to Jones to Clay. Clay over here on the left side. Back over onto the right side. Andrew Jones dribbles once, picks it up. Gives it back out to Clay. Clay. Out front, man, a little give and go action there by Woods and Clay. Clay will try to pop one for 3, and he hits nothing but net. Timeout called by Alton. Well, that'll give us a chance to thank some more of our sponsors. How about the Collinsville Education Association? The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website, collinsvillecea.org. Let's also thank the Junior Service Club of Collinsville. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go help the needy in the Collinsville area. Junior Service Club has a trivia night coming up Friday, March the 8th, 1 week from tonight at the Caseyville Community Center. For more information or to reserve your table, give Joanne a call. Her number is real easy, 618-288-2886. And if you would like information, just head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club and hit events, and it'll tell you everything that you need to know. Right now, Collinsville trailing by 6 points. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith from the left wing, pulls inside the perimeter and then back out. Pulls up his dribble, tries to force one in there to Kadrian Jones, but it's a turnover. And here come the Alton Redbirds back up. A shot blocked out of there by Aaron Moulton, but it's blocked out of bounds. And the Redbirds will keep the ball underneath of their own basket. 5:09 left to play here in this third quarter. 36-30. Kahawks trail by 6. And Donovan Clay tries to come in for the alley-oop, but that's foiled by Kadrian Jones. And then Rayshawn Taylor has the ball knocked out of his hands as he was gliding toward the basket. So Collinsville now will reset their offense, and they will inbound from underneath of their own basket. That is the play that Donovan Clay hit with 4 seconds left at that game in Alton back in December that gave the win to the Alton Redbirds. And you don't think that Collinsville didn't see that one coming a mile away. After being victimized by it once, they were like, not again. Here is Kawan Smith. He'll hand the ball off to Marshall Harrison. Back to Smith in the corner. Smith skips his way out. Top of the key for Taylor. Back to Smith. He'll pop it, won't get it to go. And underneath the basket, a foul called. And this one is going to go against Aaron Moulton as he apparently made contact going up for the rebound. That's a costly turnover. Collinsville trailing by 6, looking for some points, but instead they give the ball back to Alton. 4.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Here is Malik Smith. Smith dribbling around, and a nice poke out there by Rayshawn Taylor. And the 8th turnover by Alton needs to turn into some Collinsville points. In the corner, Taylor out. Marshall Harrison with a 3-point shot, rims out. There's the putback by Aaron Moulton. And Collinsville brings it up, now trailing by 4. Alton brings it up. Collinsville trailing by 4. Here is Malik Smith. Gets it over to Andrew Jones. On to the free throw line, and another tip ball by Rayshawn Taylor. Collinsville gets it back. Rayshawn flies, glides, shoots, scores, and a foul to boot. They're going to call it against Rayshawn. Calling for a charge. His second foul, team second here in this second half. And I agree with all the boos going on in the stadium. Here comes Malik Smith. Smith. Andrew Jones. Jones dribbles and drives just outside the lane, and a foul coming up. This one's going to go against Kadrian Jones. Jones was standing there the whole time with his arms up. How is that not a charge? Man, I'll give you something. Rayshawn Taylor got by with a couple of slaps that poked the ball loose. Here's a 3-point shot. That one is not going to fall. And the rebound belongs to Marshall Harrison. One of those steals, Rayshawn poked that ball out of there. I definitely heard a slap, but I didn't say anything. Here is Zane Baker in the corner on the right, brings it out to the right wing, gives to Aaron Moulton. Moulton glides through the lane, takes the shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound, that is picked up by Donovan Clay. Alton brings the ball back up, still up by 4 on the Redbirds. Into the corner, Maury Woods for 3, short. Rebound, falls right into the hands of Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor brings the ball up, cuts through the lane, takes the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound belongs to Alton. Redbirds bring it back up. Pass over to Malik Smith, and Malik Smith off the glass for 2. 38-32, 6-point lead for the Alton Redbirds, and Coach Lee wants a timeout. Coach Lee wants a timeout. I don't blame him. Let's thank some more of our sponsors. How about Pace Design and Construction in Maryville? Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call, 618-407-5466, or online at pacedesignconstruct.com. 38-32, 6-point lead for Alton, 2:35 to play here in this third quarter. I'd like to say hello to my dad and his lovely wife, Dee, down in Florida watching tonight's game. And they're interested in the Belleville West game as well. My dad went to Collinsville. His wife went to Belleville. And right now, in the third quarter, Belleville West with a 2-point lead over Glenwood High School out of Chatham, 36-34. Close game there. close game here. 2-point difference there, 4-point difference, 6-point difference now here, and it's going to be a little bit more than that. Maury Woods found a loose ball, came down and put an emphatic slam dunk into the net. 8-point lead now for Alton. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor, he and his Kahawks trailing here in the third. And Zane Baker with the ball. Baker over to Taylor. Taylor outside the lane. Aaron Moulton underhand, gives it to Jones, off the glass, good for 2. Collinsville gets it back to within 6. Under 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Here is Malik Smith. Smith gives it up at the midway point. Andrew Jones back to Smith. Smith travels. 10th turnover by Alton. Collinsville needs to capitalize on these turnovers. Zane Baker will inbound. Near sideline to Taylor. Taylor brings it out of the front court, out of the back court, into the front court. Has Donovan Clay watching him the whole way. Probably a good reason why. Rayshawn only has 8 points, is because he's being guarded by Donovan Clay all night. Here is Kadrian Jones off the glass. No good, but he is going to go to the line for 2. This is just going to be the second foul here in this second half for Alton. That's just their first. It's belonging to Malik Smith. That's his first. Kadrian Jones can't hit the first free throw. Collinsville 5 of 8 from the free throw line in that first half. Jones, this is his first trip here in this game to the free throw line. He has gotten better at his free throws as the season has gone on, and he hits that one there. Brings his team back to within 5. 1:20 left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Malik Smith. Pass to Donovan Clay. Clay almost wasn't looking. Over to Andrew Jones. Jones over this way now to Josh Rivers. Back out to Malik Smith. Smith across the way to Donovan Clay. Now back out front, Malik Smith being double teamed. That leaves Josh Rivers open. Into the corner it goes to Maury Woods. Back out front for Malik Smith. We're under a minute to go here in this third quarter. Here's Andrew Jones. Jones across the way to Donovan Clay. In front of his bench, gives it back to Jones. Now over to Malik Smith. He'll try an alley-oop, but no alley on that oop, and it goes right back outside and then over on to the corner. Andrew Jones in front of his bench, cuts through the lane, off-balance shot, can't get it to go. Rebound belongs to Aaron Moulton, and he saves it as he was getting ready to go out of bounds to Marshall Harrison. Here comes Rayshawn Taylor. 25 seconds left here in this third quarter. Collinsville could play for the last shot, get to within 2, maybe 3, depending on what type of a shot it is. Here is Rayshawn Taylor with 15 seconds left. On to the wing, Aaron Moulton. Collinsville has their 2 big 6'6" juniors out there, and he tried to get it in to to Jones, and now Rayshawn Taylor will pick up foul number 3. Trying to shove the ball into Jones just out to the left side of the paint, and Jones started breaking toward the basket, but the pass hadn't been made yet, and when he did, there was nothing there but red jerseys. And Rayshawn Taylor commits the foul to save a breakaway, if you will. Now Taylor will go to the bench. Geladini will come in. So you have Geladini, Baker, and Smith on the outside. Then you have your 2 6'6" juniors, Moulton and Jones underneath. 3 seconds left. Here's a 3-point shot by Smith. No good. Buzzer sounds. That's where we stand. 40-35. 5-point lead belongs to the Alton Redbirds, and we have a all-important fourth quarter coming up. It's going to be a big one, so don't you go anywhere. I know you won't. Fourth quarter coming up next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. or call 345-0611 online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their second year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com.
Alton will inbound here at midcourt as we are underway in the fourth quarter. I am Todd Duke, Zach Roseman on the camera and the scoreboard tonight. And we have arrived to the fourth quarter of this championship game. Collinsville trailing by 5 after outscoring Alton 10-9 in that third quarter. And there's a ball that goes right through the 5-hole of Andrew Jones and into his bench. Collinsville trying to capitalize off of the 11th Alton turnover. Here is Kawan Smith. He'll give it up to Aaron Moulton. Aaron Moulton is on the wing. On the right side into the corner now for Kawan Smith. Smith brings it out front, top of the key for Zane Baker, who will give it back to Smith. Kawan Smith looks forward and bounces a pass to Aaron Moulton. Smith gets it back and gets that ball rejected from Josh Rivers. As the Alton Redbirds come down, they'll turn the ball over. Back and forth we go on the turnovers. Let's hit the reset button. Here comes Kawan Smith. Smith on the left wing gives it up this time to Jones instead of Moulton. Back at the top of the key, Zane Baker. Baker with the ball to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor bluffed the three, trying to get around the 6'7" Donovan Clay, and a step out of bounds by Taylor will put the ball back into the hands of the Alton Redbirds. 8th turnover for Collinsville. Marshall Harrison checking back into the game for Kawan Smith. Redbirds bring it up. 1 minute gone here in this fourth quarter. Here is Malik Smith. Over to Donovan Clay in front of the scorer's table. Back out to Smith. He'll dribble and pull it up and then give to Woods and then back into the corner. Smith drives and takes the shot and gets it to roll. 7-point lead by Alton. 6:35 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Rayshawn Taylor for Collinsville. Leading scorer in the St. Louis area, including St. Louis and the Metro East, but his team is trailing right now. And Kadrian Jones with a move, and then he is fouled by Josh Rivers. That'll be the first one on Rivers, and just the second one here in this second half for the Redbirds. Collinsville has 4 fouls. Jones back to the free throw line, went 1 for 2 from there in that third quarter and hits the first one this time. Jones. Second shot. No good. Rebound again. All the players for Collinsville started heading back toward midcourt on that shot as it was going toward the basket. You can't rebound that way. And here is Clay. Free throw line for Rivers. Underneath, Maury Woods, reverse layup, good for 2 more. Alton now up by 8. 2 minutes expired here in this fourth quarter. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor drives, takes the shot, and it's stuffed right back into his face, but a foul coming up against Alton. This one's going to go against Malik Smith. That'll be his second. Team's third. Rayshawn Taylor to the free throw line. 1 for 2 from the charity stripe here tonight. Taylor coming in, averaging 21.8 points per game. Right now he's got 8. And still at 8. Zeke Terrell comes back in. Charles Miller follows him as well for Alton. Zane Baker, Marshall Harrison, Kawan Smith, Rayshawn Taylor. and Kedrian Jones on the line. Taylor missed both of those, and the rebound belongs to Alton. Here comes Rivers. That was not Rivers. Clay from Smith. Now Clay. Collinsville down by 8. 5.5 to go here in this fourth quarter. Clay back at midcourt. Gives it up now for Malik Smith. Smith. They'll just continue to do that all day long if you let them. Back there at that free throw, or at that midcourt stripe, and into the corner it goes, and Charles Miller with a bluffed three-pointer. Gives the ball up now, and a shot, no good. Rebound, that belongs to Alton once again. They'll kick it around the perimeter and chew up some more time. Here is a dump off underneath, off the glass. Count it for 2 for Iziel Terrell. Collinsville trailing by 10. 4:50 to go, and the Kahawks turn the ball over again. Up underneath. Alley-oop by Donovan Clay, and the Redbirds are running. Coach Lee wants a timeout. Let's thank Chapman Trucking LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. Over 9 years of experience, Chapman Trucking can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy equipment where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate. Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online, chapmantruckingllc.net. Let's also thank the City of Collinsville. You can check out the City of Collinsville's Facebook page for information on upcoming events happening in our fine city. As always, the City of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and they wish all district athletes good luck this sports season. Well, Kahawks find themselves in a little bit of trouble here. They trail by 12 with 4:40 left to play here in this fourth quarter. It just doesn't have a feel that a normal Kahawk game has had this year. Well, we've got 4 minutes and 40 seconds to turn this thing around. Geladini inbounds the ball in the backcourt for Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor brings it up over on the left wing, dumps it off into the corner for Geladini. Geladini back out to the wing, top of the key for Kawan Smith. Smith dribbles his way over to the wing, gives it up for Rayshawn Taylor. Thought about the three, pulls it back, gives to Smith just outside the lane for Jones. Reverse layup, no good, and the rebound belongs to the Redbirds. Alton brings it up. Here is Smith. All the way back out to midcourt now for Andrew Jones. Jones gives it to Clay into the corner for Rivers. Now Miller into the paint, gives it up for Rivers, and Rivers travels. Just about halfway through quarter number 4. Matter of fact, we are right now. 4 minutes to go. Here's Kawan Smith. Smith on the right wing, cuts through the lane, kicks it into the corner. Marshall Harrison for 3, hits the inside of the rim. And the rebound belongs to the Alton Redbirds. And the loose ball is batted around for a minute, but Alton still comes up with it. And now a timeout called by Alton. Well, if you're looking to buy a new home or sell your current one, you can trust the Blaylock team of RE/MAX Alliance with all of your real estate needs. If you buy or sell with the Blaylocks, they will donate $200 to your favorite Kahawk Booster Club. You can call Peyton or Emily Blaylock today at 618-780-4622, or you can visit them online, www.blaylockteam.com. Well, the last time these two teams met in the postseason was in 2015. That was for a sectional semifinal game with a chance to go to the sectional championship game, but Collinsville lost to Alton. This was right after Collinsville knocked off the heavily favored East St. Louis Flyers in the regional championship game at Belleville West. Alton is trying to knock off the number 9 team in the state here right now, and so far so good for the Redbirds. They have a 12-point lead, and here is Miller. He'll kick it back out to Andrew Jones. Right now, Alton would be content just wasting a bunch of time, and they'll do that, move the ball underneath the basket, then kick it back out. And they keep on cycling the ball like that, and it's going to wear Collinsville down, and it's just going to chew up time, and that's all Alton is doing right now. Malik Smith gives the ball to Miller. As we approach 3 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. Loose ball. Jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of Collinsville, but the Kahawks have not been able to capitalize on Alton turnovers tonight. If you're going to have a chance for a big comeback in this game, you have got to put points on the board after this turnover. 13th turnover of the game for Alton. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor brings the ball up the top of the key. He'll launch a three from there. He got fouled. No call. (50-36) in favor of the Alton Redbirds. There's Marshall Harrison. Harrison from the wing into the paint, takes the shot, can't get it to fall. Whistle right afterwards, and we're going to have a blocking foul called against Josh Rivers. It looks like either that or it's going to go against Terrell, and it'll be against Terrell. That'll be his second, team fourth. Shooting foul, Marshall Harrison at the free throw line. 1 of 2 from the line, and that came early in this game. Good on the first one. That's his first points here in this second half. Next one for Marshall Harrison. And no good. Rebound belongs to Kawan Smith, though. Smith takes it all the way back out onto the right wing and tries to work his way into the perimeter with a couple of nice moves, but all the way back out front. Here is Kawan Smith again, down by 13 points. And a 5-second violation by Kawan Smith. I don't even understand that at all. I don't know. How do you zooming around back and forth in the paint, out of the paint? Fourth quarter action at Belleville West. Maroons have a 3-point lead, 46-43 over the Titans of Glenwood High School. Here is Josh Rivers in the corner, and a stuff job by Kadrian Jones, but Jones is going to get called for the foul. Jones will pick up his fourth. Team's fifth. At the free throw line, Malik Smith, he's hit 1 of 2 from there tonight. And he makes that one. Every point from here on out made by Alton just sinks Collinsville farther and farther. And a chance for another one here for Malik Smith. Smith, good on both of them. Rayshawn Taylor picks up the ball as he tries to save some time. Marshall Harrison, baseline, good for 2. 52-39. Collinsville still down by 13. 2 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Here is Rivers underneath off the high glass. No good. Rebound belongs to Aaron Moulton, and a foul coming up against Alton. This is going to go against Iziel Terrell again. That'll be his third. Under 2 minutes to go. Collinsville down by 13. Stranger things have happened in this game of basketball. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith brings it up on the right wing. Into the corner. Now he drives baseline and goes under the basket. Gives to Gelladini for 3 from the corner. It skips across the rim, falls right down into the hands of Josh Rivers. Steal. Collinsville gets it back. Smith off the high glass, good for 2. Smith's first points here in this second half. Timeout on the floor. we will step aside as well. Time for a little bit of a breather and a drink for yours truly. Back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their second year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com.
Todd Duke and Zach Roseman back with you live from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. 1:28 left to go, so we're down to 88 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Collinsville trailing by 11. Kahawks will get the ball back. Update from Belleville West. Maroons continue to add to their lead. A minute ago it was just a 2-point lead. Now it's a 9-point lead. Maroons are up 52-43 in the fourth quarter. Inbound pass comes in, and Alton brings the ball up. And now a travel will give the ball back to the Kahawks. Collinsville is trying to foul to get that ball back, but now they don't have to give up one. They've got 2 to give up, do the Kahawks, before the bonus starts to set in. Inbound pass comes to Kawan Smith. Smith, top of the key, will pull up there, take the shot. It will not fall, and the rebound belongs to Alton. Redbirds trying to bring it up out of the backcourt, trying to chew up as much time as they can. Here is Josh Rivers. He'll move the ball up into the corner for Maury Woods. Woods gets double teamed, and finally he gets fouled by Zane Baker. Baker picks up his second, team 6th. 1:06 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville trailing by 11. Into the backcourt it goes to Donovan Clay. Under the basket, left all alone. Andrew Jones. How can you leave a player all alone like that when you're trying to come back in a game? Here's Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor drives and banks it off the glass for 2. Collinsville again back to within 11, but time not on their side. 45 seconds left, and get that out of here, says Marshall Harrison. Off of the shot by Malik Smith. And the inbound pass will come out to Rivers. 35 seconds left. Clay. Over to Andrew Jones. Foul on the play. Rayshawn Taylor will pick up his 4th foul. 31 seconds left to go here in this fourth quarter. 7th foul by the Kahawks will put Andrew Jones up to the free throw line for the first time tonight. First one for Jones. Only one he'll get, no good. Rebound belongs to Collinsville, and it's a 3-point shot from Zane Baker that's good from the wing. And Collinsville calls another timeout. Kahawks get this back to within 8. 22.9 seconds to play. Kahawks have 1 timeout left. Alton has 2 timeouts left. We'll keep it right here for this brief 30-second timeout. See if we can give you an update here from Belleville West. And nope, score hasn't changed. Same score, 52-43. Other games, Highland beat Salem 59-39. East St. Louis all over Mater Dei Catholic High School out of Breeze, 81-45. That's for the championship in the 3A regional. And that's all we have for you thus far. Inbound pass for Alton will come underneath of the Collinsville basket. And I'll do so to Clay and get it right back into Malik Smith. Smith in the backcourt, finally fouled by Kawan Smith. Kawan Smith will pick up his second. That'll send Malik Smith to the free throw line, where he has hit 3 of 4. Now that would be the tunes from the Alton student body cheering section. Here is Smith, hits his first free throw. Lots of these guys will be graduating for Alton. And Smith makes both, 10-point lead. Here is Kawan Smith off the glass, good for 2. Collinsville back down to an 8-point deficit. And the inbound pass comes in. All the way up for Josh Rivers, and Rivers will slam it home. And that's going to do it. 58-48. Alton wins the Collinsville Class 4A Regional Championship game. They will head to Edwardsville Tuesday night, and they will meet the winner of the Belleville West Chatham Glenwood game that, as of last check, is not over yet. That brings us into our Chiropractic Works post-game show, brought to you by Dr. Chris McCluskey and the fine folks at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Dr. McCluskey, he and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call, 343-3602, or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Kahok season comes to an end at the hands of the Alton Redbirds. Final score 58-48. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not so basic stuff like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. to create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
We welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Disappointing news tonight from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium as your Collinsville Kahawks are bounced out of the 2018-2019 postseason tournament after falling here in the regional championship game tonight to the Alton Redbirds by a final score of 58-48. Alton led pretty much the whole game. They led 17-12 after one quarter of play, stretched that lead by 1 point after outscoring Collinsville in the second quarter, 14-13, so it was 31-25 after one half of play. Collinsville, the only quarter they won was the third quarter. They outscored Alton 10-9, but then Alton came right back and put on a flurry in the fourth quarter against Collinsville, outscoring your Kahawks 18-13 in that fourth quarter, and thus that 5-point lead at the end of three became a 10-point victory for Alton. Leading scorer in this one was Donovan Clay for the Alton Redbirds. He knocked down 20 points. Other Redbirds in double figures was Malik Smith with 12 and Maury Woods with 11. After that, 5 points for Andrew Jones and 2 points for Iziel Terrell. And let's not forget about the 8 points for Josh Rivers. So all 5 starters scoring for Alton. For Collinsville, they were led in points by Kawan Smith's 12. Right behind him was Rayshawn Taylor at 11, way under his 21.8 average on the year. Kadrian Jones also made it into double digits in the scoring department with 10. Marshall Harrison chipped in with 8, 3 points each for Aaron Moulton and Zane Baker. And then Laurent Geladini chipped in with 2. Rest of the numbers, rebounding, a big reason why Alton won this game tonight. They out-rebounded Collinsville 23-15. Collinsville could not capitalize on Alton turnovers. Alton turned the ball over 15 times. Collinsville turned the ball over 11 times. From the free throw lines, Collinsville hit 9 of 16, while Alton hit 8 of 11. Collinsville only hit 1 3-pointer tonight and ended up going 1 for 11 from beyond the three-point stripe, while the Alton Redbirds lived off of the three-point shot in the first half, hitting 5 of 11 in the first half. They only tried 3 more three-point shots in that second half, and they hit one of those to end up at 6 for 14 on the night. So Collinsville's season comes to a close. Alton Redbirds, theirs continues on. We will take a break here on the Chiropractic Works post-game show, and we'll see if Coach Eric Anderson, the assistant coach for the Kahawks, can come up and join us. I know after heartbreaking losses like this, he plays the role of psychologist and helps his guys get through the aches and the pains of losing. So we'll take a break, come back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show once again here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Final score, Collinsville loses and their season comes to a close, 58-48. I want to tell you that's the same exact score from Belleville West. So the Maroons win tonight. They'll move on. They took care of business, I think. Oh, never mind. That's our score. See, I tried to update it, and I can't even update it right. Yeah, now it's not even going to show up on here at all. Well, 52-43 final score, so Belleville West did win. At any rate, Collinsville assistant head coach Eric Anderson joins us now on the post-game program. Tough loss day and a very tough way to end a year for you and your guys.
Yeah, it was. Tell the guys in the locker room, you know, you play all season and it comes down to this one emotional loss and bow out, you know, in the postseason. But everybody ends in the postseason with a loss except for the state champs and the third place winner, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, most teams are going to go out with a loss, and it's not easy. But, you know, a lot of the guys are in there taking it pretty hard, and we just kind of talked about, you know, kind of remember this feeling.
Yeah.
For next year.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and when you're putting effort into their off-season workouts, that kind of stuff, and just remember this feeling and, you know, do your best to not let it happen again. And, you know, and it's hard for those seniors. You know, they meant so much to our program. They've been around 4 years, and they put in all that work. And, yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough, but give Alton credit. They played well tonight.
Yeah, they did. They played very well. They controlled the boards. That was a big thing in the game. I think that they're out rebounding you guys, and then they transitioned that into points. You couldn't return the favor by taking advantage of their 15 turnovers, and that's where I think they ended up kind of winning the game.
Yeah, we kind of fell into their pace a little bit. We had, especially first half, we had a lot of bad possessions. We just, you know, we practiced, you know, slowing it down, running our offense, and when we run offense, we know where the shots are going to come from. That helps our offensive rebounding, and I thought we hurried. You know, we had a lot of bad possessions where we shot it too quick. We didn't run any offense. We didn't get anybody any touches. We wanted to get post touches, and we got away from that for a while. And, you know, it kind of snowballed. We got behind, and then I think we started pressing a little bit to try to make up for that, and just had some miscues. You know, it's one of those nights we didn't shoot it well, 50% from the free throw line. You know, we only knocked down a couple threes. They hit 6 or 7, and, you know, we found ourselves trailing all game, and it just kind of took us out of our game plan, what we wanted to do offensively, and we just could never find really getting sync.
Yeah. You know, I mentioned that during the game. I'm like, they look out of sync. There's just something that doesn't look right.
Now, credit Alton. I mean, the way they play, you know, they're quick, athletic. They get up in the passing lanes, and they did a nice job on Rayshon Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
He just couldn't get it going tonight, and we rely on him a lot. He's been incredible this season, and he still hit double-digit scoring, but when he doesn't get 25, you know, sometimes we struggle against good teams.
Yeah. Well, we talked about the future the other day, especially the JV guys, but we'll talk about the future of this varsity side of things as well, because I said at the end of last year, I said, you know, that was their sophomore year. Taylor and Jones and Moulton and a lot of those guys, that was their sophomore year. I said, you know, this team is going to be really fun to watch next year, which meant this year. And it was a blast to watch. It was a blast to do the games. But I even said last year, I said, but I'm really looking forward to their senior year, because by their senior year, no Liddell, he's gone. No Hargrove, he's gone. And look at all the seniors that you played against here tonight for Alton. They're all going to be gone. So I think next year is the year that I was really looking forward to for your team. Not that I wasn't looking forward to this year, and yes, this sucks the way that it ended, but I really think going forward that you guys are going to have a huge, big target on your back next year.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the potential's there. We could do some damage next year just by a lot of the teams graduating Division I players.
Right.
You know, like you mentioned. And, you know, we have Alton's got some good players that are graduating. You know, you mentioned got, you know, Hargrove and Liddell. And, I mean, Belleville West top 7 are pretty much all seniors.
Yeah.
I mean, they lose a lot. And, you know, we lose a couple here that played for us a lot. And we got potential to be really good next year, you know.
Yeah.
And this year our goal was, we set a bunch of goals, and, you know, we reached every single goal we had for our team. We wanted to get to 20 wins. We overachieved there by plenty, and, you know, we wanted to win 3 games in our holiday tournament. We wanted to win all the tournaments we played in. You know, we did that. And these guys, you know, they've rise to the occasion every time we challenged them, and, you know, they're fun to watch and coach this year. So, yeah, we're looking forward to good things next year as well.
Yeah, it was a really fun year. I enjoyed a lot of it, and the future looks bright, like I said. I know that these things it's going to take more than 24 hours to get over this, and it's going to be a bad feeling in their stomachs for a while. But really, they should hold their heads up high for what they've been doing all year.
Yeah, I mean, I think once they get over this loss tonight a little bit and they have time to let it sink in, you know, they got a lot to be proud of.
Yeah.
We tell those guys, keep your heads up. I'll take 27 wins every season. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, and we really had some heartbreaking losses this season.
Oh, yeah.
As many games we won, I mean, there was at one time we had 3 or 4 losses, and we really felt we could have been undefeated.
Right.
I mean, we were right there, and, you know, so that's just a credit to our guys and their work ethic, and they, you know, and they're teenagers. They don't want to come to walkthroughs and, you know, go over a bunch of set plays from the other team, but they grinded it out and they focused, you know, and they did a nice job, you know. So, yeah, they have a lot to be proud of, and they need to keep their heads up. And I think last year when we bowed out of the postseason, these guys were wanting in the gym like 2 days later. I mean, they wanted back. They wanted, when are we going to start open gym, you know, and that's just, these guys want to be in here and they want to work, you know, and I don't expect anything less with this group here. They're going to do it again.
Yeah.
So they're going to get better.
And the losses this year, the heartbreaker to East St. Louis, the buzzer beater at Alton, the buzzer beater here against Springfield Southeast. Your guys that are returning next year, I think that's going to light a fire in their bellies and make them more hungry to accomplish more next year.
Yeah, I think so. And our losses, you know, when we watch game film and we go over things, I mean, there was a lot to learn from. And we just kept telling them, you know, let's make new mistakes. You know, let's learn from these, and let's get better each and every day we come to practice, and that's kind of the mentality we need to have in the off season. Is these guys got to get their bodies ready, you know, and we've got a lot we can improve on. You know, even though we won a lot of games, we still feel like, you know, there's a lot of room for us to get a lot better. So,
oh yeah, I agree.
You know, it's going to be fun.
Yeah,
it's going to be another fun year next year, but, you know, we're going to really miss Marshall Harrison. He did a lot for us in there. Zane Baker's irreplaceable with his heart, you know, and his hustle. Man, those guys are, you know, and then Dylan O'Temple, you know, in practice helping us out. Those guys, they're a lot of fun to be around. They're going to be hard to replace.
Well, thank you for the visit. Thank you all year for the visit. You've been a pleasure.
Yeah, Todd, I appreciate it. I know you got a lot of listeners. You did a great job this year, and keep it up. We appreciate all you do.
Thank you. We'll see you over at the soccer field here in about 3 weeks.
Yes. All right.
All right. Thanks. Eric Anderson, the assistant head coach for your Collinsville Kahawks. Heartbreaking loss tonight. 58-48 was the final here, and it was 52-43. Belleville West defeated Glenwood. So it'll be Alton taking on Belleville West at 7 o'clock Tuesday night from Edwardsville High School. That is going to do it for our winter sports live stream schedule. Can you believe that? This was our last game. Wasn't supposed to be. Wasn't planning on it being our last game, but that is the way that things turned out. So we have a little bit of time to rest up. And spring sports schedule will be coming your way shortly. Our first spring game, matter of fact, in 11 days. right across the way over at Kahok Stadium, girls soccer action against Granite City at 6:30. 2 days later, we will have our first softball game of the year. That'll be a home game against Mascoutah at 4:30. And then our first baseball game of the year will be the following week. That'll be Wednesday, the 20th of March. That'll be a home contest against Triad. So that's what we have coming up for you, but not for a few weeks. Big thank you to Zach Roseman, who took care of the camera here tonight and the scoreboard as well. Been helping us out all winter long, as has the rest of the crew. Dr. Chris McCluskey. Dave Wilhelm has been helping us out with some pregame coverage, as well as, of course, Christopher Kettler. So big thank you to all those folks, and a lot of those names we'll talk to and hear from again as the spring sports schedule gets underway in just about 11 days. Final here tonight, 58-48, and until it is time to brush open the spring sports schedule, my name is Todd Duke. Everyone have yourselves a fantastic evening.